Yeah, baby. Hey, man. Hey, so we've got another week in the books that we're putting it down on this going live on our Grabbing the Brisket podcast. We got James and myself in the studio. John, you're joining us from somewhere far away. What are we looking at here?
Coming in remotely, Jan, from Portland, Oregon, at the
Really?
the hotel. Yeah.
Okay. Did you just get there today?
Yeah, a couple hours ago.
Okay. So you've not had a chance to really figure out if Portland's got good barbecue yet or not.
Oh, I'll
Like,
tell you
is
right
that
now,
what
they
they're
probably
known
don't.
for? They're probably known for good barbecue.
Not.
You know, good, just salt of the earth, good post oak, salt and pepper barbecue. No sauce. No sauce going on in Portland, Oregon. Is that what I'm
when they
hearing
think
from
barbecue, it's usually people think Texas, North Carolina, Portland, and then Kansas City. So
how did Kansas City get behind Portland on the barbecue trail? That's fascinating.
I think they're just relying too much on sauce. You know what I mean? Everything is just sauced in Kansas City, so that's probably why they dropped down a peg or two.
Yeah, right. That's right. You start dipping everything in sauce. You don't know, and Portland's not doing it. They don't want to do it now. They've went kind of to the meat and potatoes route when it comes to barbecue, and it's I don't know. I'm really excited for that. I can't wait to see the article you're going to put out, John. It's 1,000 words, so let's get that out tonight. If you're listening right now, and I know you are, John will be posting that. It's around midnight or so about just the delicacies of Portland, Oregon barbecue.
Yeah.
So there it is.
I remember the last time that I was almost forced into writing a 1,000-word essay, and it was when I got pulled over at one point in time, doing some just really some clean, wholesome fun. I was just riding down a back road, just riding down a dirt road. Sounds like a country song there, but
it is.
Yeah. And a buddy that I was following, he was mudding out there, and I was just kind of the guy that just like, hey, just in case you get stuck, I'll be there to kind of help pull you out. I'm not mudding. I'm not the guy breaking any laws. That's not me, Mr. Lawman. And so we pulled up on this county road, 4-way stop in the middle of nowhere, just probably 9-10 o'clock at night.
Haven't had a car pass you never, right?
So he decides to pull over, stop at the stop sign, 4-way stop. I'm behind him. I'm like, what's this guy doing? Let's go. Let's get out of here. And he comes back bullshitting a little bit with me. I still had a truck and drive. I'm ready to go. And all of a sudden you see these like headlights coming off from the off to our right side. And I'm like, oh, okay, somebody's coming. Hey, let's go ahead and get out of here. County sheriff all of a sudden lights us up. And I'm like, man, this is not good. So he chit chats with my buddy in front of us for just a good several minutes. He walks back to me, and in the time between him talking and the guy walking back to me, I'm like, what did he tell him? What kind of story do I have to come up with? You know me, I'm not good at lying. I'm not good at coming up with stories. And he's like, what are you doing back here? And I'm like, nah, I'm not, man. I'm just following this dude. He's like, what are you really doing? And just long story short, he's like, your buddy told me what you're doing.
You can't lie, James.
If you just go and tell me what you're doing, everything's going to be all right. I'm like, man, look,
we're selling drugs.
Yeah, this guy was wanting the mud.
We're growing them.
Yeah, he's actually destroying public property. I was just tagging along, make sure. No, I didn't sell him that bad. But the guy was like, okay, I'm going to write you a ticket. And I'm like, for what? And he's like, for impeding traffic. And I did one of these numbers where I kind of turned around and looked. There was nobody remotely even close to me. I'm like, what traffic am I impeding? He's like, oh, here you go. You could fight it in court. So, of course, I did fight it in court. Long story short.
Did you win?
Yeah, I did. I talked to the DA.
This is crazy, man.
And he was like, I told him the same story, and he's like, that's kind of stupid. Yeah, man, you're gone. Case dismissed. My buddy, on the other hand, did not fight it, and he had to write his 1,000-word essay.
Oh God, I would give me the ticket. Right. Insurance is going up, mom and dad. I'm not writing it, and I'm going back next week to go tear up that road. We got a Greg Johnson. What up, Brisket boys? Nothing like talking barbecue, drinking beer. I love that, man. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. This is barbecue. This is beer. This is James getting pulled over and writing 1,000-word essays. Hey, you know what, man? Just get a real good cheers. John, are you drinking right now? Do you have an alcoholic?
A little bit. I got a little bit.
Let's get a little. Oh, okay, you got a little curveball action. Hey, man, cheers. Cheers, fellas. It's been a long week. I'm running about 8 hours of fumes or sleep in the last couple of days. I've been traveling, so it's been nice. Nice to be home. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, I'm ready to get into this today. It's a whole lot of stuff's going around in this world today. It's just, you know, we had the what was it, the vice president debate was the other night. I didn't really catch that. I was out. I may have had a few cocktails or 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, I did. South Carolina's tore up, by the way, guys. North Carolina's tore up. They've got problems in those areas. So my heart goes out to them. But yeah, it's just been a wild week. And yeah, I just like, what do we have a port strike going on right now? Everybody's buying everything up.
Hoarding toilet paper.
You can't. I thought we were over the days of going to the grocery store and being able to buy paper towels and like being able to, it's easy. It's fine. We don't have to go buy 50 million rolls, right? I see the first mother. I want to cuss, but I'm going to keep it PG tonight. But I see the first person selling toilet paper on the side of the road. I'm going to burn it down. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to burn that shit down. They're not going to have any. Okay.
I'm like, Rick, what are you doing with 2 years worth of shit?
It's always a
like,
Rick.
Come on.
You don't need the shit paper, brother. So
Freaking Rick.
I know. So yeah, I mean, like James popped a picture the day I'm out of town. I'm like, what do you mean? This is like HEB's got nothing. All the shelves were cleared. I'm like, what is going on with this? You know, who allows this to happen? You know, like I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just everybody went in and bought one roll or something. I don't know.
It's that mindset, whatever you want to call that mindset.
I'm gonna get mine. Yeah,
mindset to where I need it. I gotta have it. Everybody else is getting it. I need to get in there and get mine too.
Yeah, listen. Here's the deal. I should have bought a bidet 6 months ago, and I kicked myself in the ass for not doing it. That's all I'm saying. You know, and I'll take a shower. I don't care, man. Like my life is going to be okay. I don't need paper towels, right? I've got towel. I got actual towels I can wash. Okay, like it's fine. We're not. If I can't get beer, that's a problem. Okay, but I'll tell you something else. I just bought a 12-pack of beer. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that price. Almost $19 for a 12-pack of beer. Is that normal?
That's gas station price.
Have I been out of the game that long? No, I thought it was like $19 for a 12-pack.
Well, while you brought that subject up, let me go ahead and talk to you about this right here. I read about this earlier today, talking about Kroger's and their use of AI and Microsoft and their what they call dynamic pricing. And this is something that everybody's gonna have to watch out about. But they're initially starting off with digital price tags. So everything on the supermarket shelf is going to have a digital tag, which means at any point in time, they could change the price depending on maybe the demand. Maybe it's I saw an example where they're talking about shortage. They're talking about if it's a really hot day, maybe water is a little bit more expensive and ice cream is a little bit more expensive. But they also talked about, and this is happening. This is going to happen with Kroger's, and I'm sure it's going to happen with other supermarkets eventually. But they're also talking about instituting this AI program with it too, and they're going to use facial recognition to where they're going to have a camera on these shelves to where they can see you, and if they see that maybe you are a repeat buyer, that you purchase this one particular product over and over again, they're like, we can raise the price up on this guy because he's going to buy it. You know what I mean?
He'll pay it. He'll pay it. Yeah. He loves it. He comes in once a month. He buys the same stuff. Right. Yeah. And let's give it a skill. Or what about this? Let's say it's a digital price tag and you go off the shelf, you put it in your cart and let's say it's $250 or $350. Right. And when you get to the register, it's $375. And you're like, wait a minute. It was $350 back there. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. We had a price change. You're like, you had a price change by the time I was shopping, like from there to here. Yep, that's what we had.
Real time.
Scary part is you won't even notice.
That's why we don't shop at Kroger's. We shop at HEB, man. We live in Texas. HEB is the best damn grocery store in the nation. Let's be honest. Yeah, they're not going to do that to us. They're honest. They're local source. Buy local. That's all I can say. That's what makes HEB so successful.
Well, I thought about this as I'm like, okay, what are the items that I routinely buy?
Yeah,
and if they were to jack up the price, I'm just saying Coors Light, case of Coors Light,
Slim Jims,
and I go in there and the case is $40 now, $45. I'm like, damn.
Are you buying it?
Now I got to resort to like some
stealing,
not stealing.
Yeah. What are you going to do, James?
Well, I'm going to have to find somebody outside, maybe that doesn't probably drink beer,
Yeah, hey man. Hey man, I'm gonna need you
You got the
hey,
bootleg.
hey, I'm gonna need you to get me that 12-pack.
I'll find like Nancy. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, put down the Chardonnay.
Yeah,
Can you just pick me
I
up a
love
case of Coors Light?
I love
I'll
that.
tip you. I'll pay you. Brisket too. Like we're gonna have to find people to pick up some of these products for us.
Yeah, you can spot the people that don't barbecue, and you're like, hey, man, can you buy me that brisket over here? Here's $50. Like, why can't you just buy your? Look, man, I know you. You don't buy brisket. I could one look at you. You don't cook it. You don't know it. Okay.
Yeah, but then you got to have this person that doesn't barbecue picking out your brisket for you.
No, I'm standing there. I'm standing there perusing. No, I'm shaking my head. No,
Covering your face.
I'm giving him signs from across the store.
He's got an earpiece in.
Yeah, I'm giving him the fucking.
Yeah.
Hey,
go
do
ahead.
not run, bitch.
Pick up that brisket now.
Yeah.
Now bend it. Bend it.
Yeah, right.
No, that's not it. Put it back.
Yeah, that's just sad, man. This is what we come down to. This is no, it's not. You know, listen, this is the future of some of this. It can be manipulated. Everything can be manipulated now. I've seen some pictures online, and now, like, we're in a day and age you can't believe anything. I don't even know if these barbecue pictures are even real anymore. You know what I mean? You see people like, that's fake, that's made up, that's AI. Come on. Who is this? Is it Android or somebody's got a new phone coming out right now, or it's a new operating system that essentially you take a picture. Let's say you put your hand out like this right here, right? You can take your picture and draw like a rudimentary, like a 4-year-old drew a spider, right? And then press whatever. It'll put the actual spider in your hand. And you can change what color it is, how big it is, or anything else. And it's lifelike, right? So this is what we're talking about. Everything, my face on somebody else's body. Hey, that wasn't me robbing that bank. That was somebody else, right? Nope, that's your face, man. Got you.
Can you draw like a pair of boobs?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. That's probably what I would do. That's how I'm that juvenile. Right. You know what I mean? That's the shit I come up with.
Hey, imagine like sending a D pic to a chick.
Yeah.
And you
enhance it. Enhance it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's me. Look. Like
damn. Freaking Star Trek, like enhance.
John Holmes over here.
Enhance.
Yeah. Screw Kroger's put a HEB in New Hampshire. Man, I agree with you. That's exactly what we need to do. I don't know if it would work, and I hope it would. I hope HEB could come up with a way to do this and go local and source local, and I think they do a pretty good job. And obviously, they don't just buy from Texas; they buy from all over the United States, all over whatever. You know, they buy whatever from Alaska and whatever. Right? Those commercials are great. This is my HEB department, whatever. Right? I think they've done a great job branding, but a great job of bringing like homemade products to the shelf, right? It's not just about buying tortillas from a company out of wherever that makes, 2 million tortillas a day. They make tortillas in-house, right? They make guacamole in-house, salsas, pico de gallos, all that stuff's being made in-house. And I don't know if it wasn't, maybe it wasn't their idea. Maybe another company was doing this, but they perfected it. So I love HEB. So let's get off of that. Let's get off of HEB. Unless they want to sponsor HEB. They're the proud sponsor, Grabbing the Brisket. I didn't want to announce this. Thank you, HEB, for coming on board with this. We appreciate you. We love you.
We'll have them on next week.
We just send another check, please. We need that check to come in, though. So
I did see one little other off-topic conversation. I did see, maybe you guys saw this as
Mike?
well.
Mike's on the house, Mike Stewart.
I saw where a Montana man, I got the Montucky shirt on right now. I saw a Montana man got himself in a little bit of a hot water earlier I guess it's been going on earlier this year. And but here recently I just started seeing it. He got 6 months in federal prison for what he did. He took the balls of a big ass sheep. There's a picture of it right there. This is like indigenous to like Asia. And so he took the article says he took, I guess, the testes and a little tissue sample, and he cloned this thing. He cloned it. They're saying cloned.
A farmer did this? Do you have a laboratory?
Smart farmer.
I've seen cloned, and I've seen I'm not really sure how the technology, how he did this, but he used the DNA to crossbreed with the animals that we have here to create this like super large sheep, ram, whatever you want to call it. And he sold it to Texas and Montana.
An 81-year-old Montana. So he's let's get this straight.
Yeah.
An 81-year-old Montana man got some DNA, and in his laboratory in Montana, he crossbred this thing and created a bunch of sheep, trophy hunts, right? In Texas and in Minnesota. Come on. I love this. This is great. Hunted in Central Asia and the U.S. is illegal, created a hybrid sheep to captive trophy. Okay. I don't know. I don't listen.
I see a problem with that.
No, here's the deal. Okay. I don't have a problem with this because this is his idea and he was trying to he probably made some good money and probably great for his family and everything else. There's people in Saudi, they're cloning their damn camels, right? What's that famous camel over there that they do the camel races? It's like a $2 million camel. They cloned the shit out of that damn thing. They got like 9 of them now, right? Who else just did this? Don't we have a woolly mammoth coming back? 2025, 2027? There's a new woolly mammoth. Yeah.
Oh, there's an AI rendering that created in like
that guy is out hunting for gold. That's the gold rush guy. But yeah, you're right there. That's what AI is so great. But yeah, you got a woolly mammoth coming out, and that's fine. That's science. Like, oh, that's great. That's science, and we can do that. And this guy tries to make a buck by selling some hunts, and now he's 6 months in prison. Like, does that make sense to you guys? We got a messed up system.
Hey, what I'm curious about this AI picture.
Yeah.
Was he making DNA or cooking meth, man?
That's a good question. Yeah. This all could be just like a government front for
one-legged
us.
Dude, okay, think about this. If you could clone yourself, would you?
Like repet? Like
what?
Like Total Recall, where they try to is that Total Recall where they try to repet? Nope, I'm thinking of a different movie.
Like Pet Sematary?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it, where the pet dies and then they clone it and bring it back.
Yeah. Yeah, you want your dog back. They actually do that already. Yeah, it's legal, by the way, I think. People are cloning their dogs. It's an exact replica of their dogs. That's true.
Hey, Shane came in and said Smoking Joe Camel.
Smoking Joe Camel. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, Shane Fisher. Yes. Dude, listen, if you look that thing up, it's like a solid black camel. It's pretty badass looking. This sheik went out and did like 9 of them. And there's some guy, like he's in Japan. He's in I don't know what country he's in, but he figured a way to do it, and they do it by hand. I watched the whole thing on it. It was pretty fascinating because that's the thing. People are getting cloned already. People have meat suits out there waiting for them so they can just download and go into it or whatever. I don't know. There's talks about that already. The rich, man. Everybody's going down. Everybody. I love that. It's like you see this in the news all the time about, and I don't know anything about this Puff Daddy, P. Diddy shit or whatever else, but I just know that everybody's going down. Every time there's somebody that gets in trouble, everybody's going down. I'm like, where's the list? Everybody's on the list. I'm like, well, I'm not on that list.
Shit, yeah.
So
you'd imagine like,
what is what it is.
2 years ago, you're like, shit, man. You happen to run into P. Diddy. He's like, all right, man, come on back to the house. We're throwing a big old party. And then, then you show up. Now you're on the list and you get there and it's like, it's all messed up. Like,
I don't think that's the way.
I'm
right.
What up, Perry? No, no, you're not on the, no, listen, you're on the list when you're on the list. There's a list. I know what that means, but I'm putting quotations on the list. It's ominous. You know what I mean? There's like, whoa, there's some stuff you've done in your life.
Is he this year's, I mean,
Harvey Weinstein? What? Epstein? Weinstein?
Like, what are they trying to distract
P.
us
Diddy
from?
Steen? I don't know.
We're not getting
political.
Maybe. Let's get into barbecue.
Maybe.
No, real quick.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to distract you from the chaos that's happening on the East Coast.
That's right. Listen, we got a dock worker. We have the it's the short. What I don't know exactly the it's the port authorities, right, from the East Coast all the way to Texas is shut down, and that thing is going to drive prices. Somebody made a comment about it's like, well, Halloween. What about that? I'm like, look, I'm not buying like costumes, that kind of stuff. That stuff gets imported from all over the world, right? Because that's what we do. We bring a lot of stuff in from other countries that can manufacture cheaper than us, right? That's the thing. But so yeah, maybe we don't be able to get that, but it's not about that. Think about Christmas. Think about all the stuff that people buy on Amazon that's being brought in from other countries and whatever. That stuff's sitting at the port. That's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I did like the fact though, and listen, I'm not a hater, and this dude was receiving a lot of hate because he's out there advocating for these thousands and thousands and thousands of workers across the United States, right? He's advocating for them and about, hey, listen, this, it's hot. It's a hard job to do. You know, it's not grueling or it can't be or whatever else, but it's still a lot, right? You're in charge of bringing everything in from the port and getting it into us, right, the consumers, and it is a big job. And I think that this guy got a lot of flack here recently. I don't know if you saw this or not, but they were like, "This is his house. This dude's talking about this raise." And just long story short, they offered, you know, that they I guess the port or the whatever came back and said, "Hey, we'll agree to it was a 50% raise over 6 years," and they came back and said, "We want a 75% raise over 6 years." And that tells you just how much they've been underpaid or whatever else. But let's not think about this. Inflation's at all-time high, and that's what's driving a lot of this. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, 75% because inflation is through the roof. It's not 9% or 2% or 3%. It's like 18 to 20% on a lot of goods out there. And people don't realize that. And it's like good for them to be able to get what they want and negotiate this. And they're doing what everybody should be doing when they go to work. It's negotiating your salary frequently, right? And don't be afraid to say, well, I don't want to work here anymore if that's not what you get, right? So they're standing by it. I hope they get their money. I hope they shore this up really quick, though, because I don't want to go without my shit paper or my anything else. I want to be able to buy some goods when I want to buy it. So,
Hey, so I read somewhere where it's costing $5 billion a day.
you're right. It is a day. So that's also a thing, whatever. But anyways, look it up. I guess the guy lives in a really, really big house. He's pretty wealthy, but he is in charge of a lot of people. He is the guy, right? And it's like running a large, one of the largest companies in the world. That's what this guy's like considered, right? He's at that level. So he makes that kind of money. So I don't hate on that either, right? Yeah. I like the fact I saw him online. I like the fact that he was advocating for his men and women. So that was pretty cool.
He said the dude makes $750K a year.
Yeah, he makes plenty. And listen, that's not his salary. He's not. Of course, he'll get a little bump here and there, but I don't know if that really translates to his salary. Dude, that dude gets a 75% raise though over 6 years. I'm gonna burn his house down. So that's on record. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
That was
just kidding.
That comment was generated by
just
AI.
Kidding. Also, the things and views you hear here are not the views of the podcast. It's just one person's rant. So there it is. What up, bitches? Aaron Leslie, man, in the house. That's the boy. What's up, man? How are you?
Yeah, he can't answer. He's not on there.
Yeah.
He'll have to type it out.
This whole inflation thing that we're talking about kind of leads us into our barbecue topic that we're going to discuss this week. Yep. And it's about barbecuing on a budget and affordable cuts of meat that you can get that bring a lot of flavor. So yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah, and just I'm not going to share now on that, James, but there's some few thoughts that I have on this, and I'm just going to say this, and let's just sink in for everybody really quick. Is we are our worst enemies, okay? And there's a reason why things become popular, and there's a reason why. So I just let that stew for a second, and then when we get into this, just remind me of that. That way I can I touch on that, that subject. That's right. That's right. When it comes to doing what we're doing, when it comes to these prices and everything else. So, oh yeah. Hey,
you guys want to slide into some barbecue, hot off the grill barbecue news?
Yeah, John, let's go.
Let's do it. Okay. First up, we were talking a little about the hurricane that just happened, Hurricane Helene out there that's screwing up the East Coast. I just got off the phone with Kel earlier today. He has been out there feeding first responders, shut-ins, linemen, getting plates out to church groups since last Friday.
Yep.
They've served over 10,000 people so far.
Yep, John, I just came back. I flew in last night. I got in about 1:30 this morning from South Carolina. I was actually flew in from North Carolina, but I was in South Carolina as well. There's a lot of damage that I saw already through that area, and I wasn't even in some of the areas that was just impacted, right? And I've seen the videos and footages, but even where I was, it was hit hard, and it's. We just came out of Barrel here in our area. So, it just hit home for me watching people that, I go there, there's no power in a lot of places. There's red lights out. There's people getting T-boned in the middle of the night because there's no light there. Nobody sees their light. And you got two cars coming and the intersection and boom, you know what I mean? There's been a lot of fatalities, a lot of deaths, search and rescue teams. I've I saw, I don't know how many different groups that I was at the airport with when we flew in, and just on when we're driving on the side of the road, people are just there, you know, just base camp or whatever it is, you know, a meeting area. We've got luxury, or not luxury, but amenities where you have power and internet to do what you need to do so you can go back to work in areas that don't have that, you know. It was just, yeah, my heart goes out to them.
Yeah, it's awful. Like I said, he's out there with the group, and they've, like I said, they've served over 10,000 people already. But they're just going to keep going. They're just going to go until they've got folks, you know, where they can take care of themselves. But they did say that they're setting up another location to feed folks nearby. That I guess Boar's Night Out sent out a rig and a bunch of supplies. But he asked that if anybody wants to help, if anybody wants to pitch in, they can send donate. Not necessarily cash, but you can look online and you can find whatever nearest Sam's Club or anybody that will deliver out there. Send like canned foods, canned green beans, anything you can to help do the sides for this stuff that they're they're serving these plates up. And there's an address there, Citizens Christian Academy for our listeners, 1548 Highway 158 West, Douglas, Georgia 31534. And I'll put that down in the information below. But if you guys want to help out, even if you just want to send a case of green beans, like I said, it's going to help them out because, like I said, they're feeding a shit ton of people, like I guess over 1,000 people a day. So, like you said, it's really effective. He said he's got probably 1,000 trees down just in his neighborhood. That he said all the trees are down. Luckily, no house has really got hit real hard. But yeah, it's all screwed up over there.
Yeah, damn. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I'm on board. I will make sure to send something out for this. Just from coming from that area, it puts you on notice. You're like, man, people. I knew I was flying home where I've got everything right except for toilet paper because evidently that's off the table. I'm reading some of the comments here. We got Aaron Leslie grabbing my barbecue stuff, heading to Ennis, Texas. Man, come on. He's got a little. You got it. What is that? A competition going on? What's right below that right there? You're hiding. Oh, never mind. Shane, you dumped the gas. I'll light the match, man. I'm telling you, man. If these guys are out there hoarding toilet paper, we're done with them. We're flat tires and a car for a fire. Yeah. So, John, I don't know if you can see that or not on the screen. Do you see what we're looking at or no? Okay. Good. What else you got? I'm sorry, barbecue news.
Rolling on. Yeah, rolling on with the barbecue news, and this one's quite a bit more upbeat. We've already been touching on this for probably 3 weeks now. The Texas Open Fire Meetup is coming up October 26th, and it's going to be a fun event. We're going to be there. We just booked our hotel rooms today, so we are excited. Y'all come see us. There's going to be a lot of badass people out there cooking, doing their thing. Lots of food, lots of drinks, lots of fun.
Yep.
So, and there'll be a link down below for that one too.
Yeah, I mean, anything we're hanging out with Al, man. I mean, I cannot wait to get out there, just have a good time, cook some good food, and smoke some badass cigars, smoke some badass meat. A lot of live fire demonstrations going on. I've kind of been thinking about this and trying to be a little bit unique because I really want to showcase some stuff that we put out there. And I don't know, we got to brainstorm a little bit. It's coming up. But I've got a few tricks up my sleeve, something we can bring up and do some cooking with these guys as well. So I'm really excited for this opportunity.
It's going to be a blast for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions about that, or if you just want to send in your comments or your questions about anything else, or your barbecue wins, your barbecue fails, hit us up. The phone number is 434-829-2299. And of course, you can also reach us through our social media or on our website, grabthebrisket.com.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if John puts out his 1,000-word essay today, we'll have another blog that hits, which will be fantastic. It's been a while since we put something out. We did have Matt was doing. He was supposed to be doing some video editing, I think, for us for a while, but I don't know if he's. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Yeah. No, man. We got to get better at that. I don't know. We hit the grind here lately, and we kind of some things fall by the wayside. We got to get refocused a little bit. I think this trip for us will help us kind of recenter a little bit as well. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. I keep interjecting with you, John. I'm sorry.
Nope, you're good. That's all I got for the hot off the grill barbecue news. Threw down some ribs last night. Used the Chicks That Smoke Spicy rub. Mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke Spicy Barbecue All-Purpose Rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke, it's at sucklebusters.com.
Man,
I
that's really,
like that, man.
Cheap
Bro,
meat.
with that. Do what?
So you want to talk about some cheap meat now, or what?
yeah, let's do it.
I mean, yeah, beer review, cheap meat, whatever. It don't matter.
If you want.
Yeah, no, let's get into it. It's yeah, let's what you want to lead us off, James?
Yeah. This is something that I think you've talked about it before. I think we've all kind of discussed this, trying to come up with, with the economy the way it is, the recession, the prices of meats just going through the freaking roof. And it's somebody that enjoys barbecuing and grilling, cooking outdoors every weekend, and even multiple nights of the weeknight. Man, it is really starting to be putting a strain on your pocketbooks for sure. As I'm trying to come up with a few sides out there, a few main barbecue meats out there that I know it's all kind of tried and true. This is something we kind of grew up cooking, and it's probably something that we're gonna have to go back doing because everything is so expensive.
Chicken gizzards.
I'm not going chicken gizzards.
Okay.
I mean,
call me. I didn't know where you're going with this.
I mean,
okay.
you can do. I mean, chicken is definitely on the list, but even the price of that is starting to go up. But one of the items that I was like the leg quarters. Leg quarters is still kind of like recession proof a little bit. The price is going up a little bit, but it's still pretty damn cheap. So that's one of the meats that I had picked out. That it's something that we used to cook on the regular, but I don't know, maybe our budgets and our tastes got a little bit more expensive. So it's probably something that definitely gonna have to go back and revisit. And there's really nothing better than just a good leg quarter, just like smoked, grilled, marinated. I don't know. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, chicken, right? Like it's the dirty bird. It's the, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, locally, like trying to find somebody that's breeding locally and raising locally, and that's the route I probably want to go if that's whatever. But yeah, you're right. Cheap cuts of meat. One of the things that I was thinking about earlier was if we just stop posting pictures and videos of all the awesome shit that we do with some of these cuts of meats and make them popular, it would just be cheap. You know what I mean? Like nobody will buy it. But the problem is that we are our worst enemies, and that's why I was wanting to go with that. What James was like, we take meats that like are tough and hard to cook, and we make them popular, and then they take those meats and they raise the price on them because there's a huge demand for it, right? And that's why it skyrockets. If we just gatekeep that a little bit more, you know what I mean? Maybe we shouldn't be divulging anything, right? Maybe we don't need to tell you to go buy a pork butt and to break it down completely and to have it cut in, 1.25 inch steaks, and then freeze those or cryovac those and pull one steak out at a time and feed your family with that, because it's enough to feed a family of 4 for a price of like, I don't know, $15. You know what I mean? And you're getting 4 different meals over 4 weeks that you can do something with that with. Maybe that's what we shouldn't talk about, because that's affordable. That's affordable packing. It's affordable cooking and purchasing whatever else. Fajitas, like fajitas were like historically like supposed to be some cheap piece of meat. That's why it's flavorful when it cooked right. But that was the thing that like you could always buy a skirt steak for so cheap, and now it's like I bought a pack for a skirt steak. It was like $30, dude. I'm like,
Yeah, so it's like $19, $20 a pound.
That's what I'm saying, and this is what we've done to it because it is so popular. Hey, listen, all the tri-tip in Texas, we grow cattle here, right? We raise cattle here, and then we used to take all of our that's right, 99 cents a pound right here in Nebraska this week. Shane, thank you for saying that for a pork butt. Take that, have the butcher just salt cut that damn thing down, or do it yourself at home. If it's a bone in, whatever, it's fine. But have it cut in 1.25 inch steaks. You're going to be happy, and cook it like to 185 degrees. Still grill it up. It's going to get tender, right?
Yeah. Pork steak was on the list. I don't know if you saw the list that I shut out to everybody, but yeah,
I did see the list, James.
Pork steak is on the list, and like you said, it's something where you cook, you can smoke, you can grill, you can do those where you can kind of cook them just like a rib, so to speak, where you smoke it for so often, wrap it up with a little butter, brown sugar, apple juice, whatever you want to do, and then smoke it for a little bit longer and then hit it with the sauce. I mean, it's just going to taste like one of the best ribs you've ever had. Or you can go the savory route and cook it like a dang steak and use some coarse black pepper, some kosher salt, a couple other spices if you want to spice it up a little bit. And yeah, take it up to 180, 190, somewhere in that where it gets really probe tender. I mean, it is really, really delicious. Yeah.
Yeah. And you cube it up, make burn ends out of it. You know, I mean, it's just, there's so many different things you can do with the pork butt. I think just like Shane over here saying 99 cents a pound, Aaron's saying right here, they will go off sales by product and see the volume sold. That's exactly right. So maybe we should start making like other pieces of meat that we don't eat, like really popular, and they'll start buying that versus buying, I'm just kidding. I don't know where I'm going with that. But I do agree. I think there's ways that people get creative. You know, I've got friends at work where they'll go to Costco and they'll buy their own loins or their own, you know, the whole ribeye loin and whatever else, and then cut those down. And then, you know, yeah, when you buy anything, but here's that's going to Costco. And you're still paying a premium there, right? It had to be co-packed, it had to be raw and everything else. Go local. Start looking at your local ranches and call them. Say, hey, do you guys offer? Can I buy a side of beef from you guys? Can I buy this? That is actually how you really, really, really save, because they'll break down. And I saw this the other day. There was a guy that is a rancher that was selling a side of beef. And he was putting out there. Essentially, it was like, this is what a side of beef will give you, and it was like, how much of the it was X amount of hamburger meat, X amount of steaks, X amount of whatever, but it filled up like this. It was it was 2 6-foot pop-up tables, right? It went all the way down to 12 foot long is what it covered as far as how much meat you got. And the price, I was like, that's how much that was. Man, you cannot beat that, right? So you know, if you're going out and buying Wagyu locally or the Kobe mix there, then okay, great. You're not going to get the best deal in the world. I'm just saying that there are ways to cheat the system, and you don't always have to go to the grocery store to find what you're looking for. Fresh eggs, fresh meats, but locally raised, and then call the ranches yourself. And it takes a little work, but it's worth it.
Yeah, and inevitably,
spell that word.
Nope. You're gonna forget to take the damn meat out of the freezer, and now you're gonna have to try to quick thaw this shit, or you're gonna have to go to the store and buy it. so we're all guilty of it.
Yeah, no, we've done that. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, another one on the list I had was the chuck roast. That's one of the things that's pretty versatile.
Oh man,
and usually you can pick it up pretty damn cheap, and you can even splurge and go to the prime route. Or sometimes occasionally HEB will have the Wagyu chuck roast, and it's beautifully marbled, and it tastes really good. And you can cook this thing like a brisket. You can smoke it for several hours, wrap it up, smoke it for another couple hours, and it's gonna taste and it's gonna shred. If you want to go shred, if you want to slice it, you want to shred it, however you want to do it, it's gonna give you that brisket taste, that flavor, that feel.
That roasty. It'll give you that roasty.
It'll be
roasty flavor. I agree.
We're talking like $10 versus having to pay $60, $70, $80.
No, it's the same premise to carne asada, right? Which is essentially a chuck roast, whatever. The birria tacos. That's essentially the same thing, right? I mean, you're braising, and then you're basically putting in a bunch of chilies and everything else to get that consomme up, you know. But yeah, I totally agree with you. And something else I was thinking about is like is taking one of those chuck roast and then I've seen the sear. They sear first, whatever else, and they'll throw into a crock pot, and you'll have this bunch of shredded meat. that the idea is that yeah, you have a lot of protein, but what do you do with it? And that's the part that people get hung up on sometimes. They get very one dimensional, and it's like, okay, we're gonna have this, and then what are you gonna have with that one? We're gonna have leftovers of that. And you're like, if you take that and really think about what you're doing with it and break it down and then separate it, so at that point you've got 10 different, vacuum sealed bags of this. You've got some frozen, and then you have some that you can pull out. You've got some thawed, or put it in some water or whatever, boiling water, have it thawed out. But you're able to pan it up, fry it up. You're able to add chilies and whatever else to it to make it this, or you're able to make it a go the Philly cheese route on something. Yeah, it's not really a sliced whatever, but it still gives you the same textures, same flavors once you start adding some of the seasonings and the provolone and the grilled onions and everything else. You can do so much with a simple cut of meat. It's just thinking about it and not trying to say, well, we got to have birria tacos now for the next week. That's not true, Yeah, and who was it? Somebody just said this here a second ago, and I didn't see who it was, but Meat Dad has a lot of good videos out there. Great pick there. Yeah, look him up. Meat Dad's it's affordable pieces of cut, or if it's not just affordable piece of cut, he breaks it down to a way that you get multiple different meals out of that. Look the guy up. I mean, it's phenomenal. Anything that we can do to help share and save money, especially in a time where we have inflation where we're at. We got the union dock workers on strike, right? Also, if you want to cross that picket line right now and go become they call them scabs, and start pulling stuff out of containers. I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Don't do that.
If you could just look for my Temu package while you're looking around in those containers.
Yeah, right. I need that too. Listen, just kidding. I don't suggest doing that. It's a good way of not coming home that day or coming home with a black eye. So don't mess around with somebody's job. Yeah. Shane's saying he's making sausage jalapeno cheddar sausage this weekend. I don't know. It's the department of the redundancy department right there. What do you say? Go back to that. What do you say? I'm making sausage jalapeno cheddar sausage this weekend. I like that. I really like that. Let's go, Shane. Hey, listen, man. Picks or it didn't happen, Shane. Let's go, man. You know the rules. And listen, a lot of your local ranchers actually process their cattle. They freeze it, so you get a better price. You don't have to frozen, blah, blah, blah. You get with those guys, actually keep it stock in the ranch. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Hey, Aaron Leslie right here is the guy. If you guys got questions, I know, Aaron, if you want to put up your email or your telephone number, we can put your telephone number, Aaron, if you want. We can text Aaron here in a minute. He is the guy. He knows a shit ton of people when it comes to who to buy from. Hey, guess what? You can buy from Aaron, right? Because I know Aaron's tied in with the meat market and everything else, right? So,
and he's absolutely right. Get yourself a VacMaster, dude. Buy these meats in bulk, cut it up yourself, section it up, vacuum seal it, freeze it. And if you get one of the VacMaster vacuum sealers, these what's the type of sealing process it is?
Chamber vacuum.
Chamber vacuum. Thank you. It sucks out all the oxygen, and it's going to seal it, and it's going to preserve it, and it's going to last in your freezer for I don't know, is it 2 times, 3 times, 10 times the normal what you would do like in a regular Ziploc bag or one of the other little
the vacuum sealers. What are the vacuum sealers up to a year? This thing could hold like forever. And that's what we're talking about. You can have a piece of meat that you bought in 20 or 2000, and if the VacMaster was still doing it then, you could eat that piece of meat today. Okay, that's what we're talking about. I
don't know about that.
Well, it's true. Okay, it's true. Yeah. It's the internet, and if you say it out loud and you say it plenty of times, it's true. Aaron, we don't believe you. 12 months plus 20 years is how long you have on frozen meat that you seal with VacMaster.
Definitely get yourself a VacMaster and definitely use the code SEALMYMEAT for a discount.
Okay, that's right. We do actually have a sponsorship with VacMaster. We need to showcase this thing a little bit more. I think one of the cool things.
Can we talk about the promotional thing coming up this past weekend or coming up this next weekend? Can we mention that?
Yeah. Do whatever
Yeah.
you want, James. This is the internet.
Okay, so they're running end of September. I guess they had a September
He's on a
September
roll.
sale.
Yeah.
And I think he's looking up the details right now. But they're going to extend it for through this weekend. It's a kind of a tailgate initiative where they're doing it. So they're going to offer certain discounts on the vacuum sealer, other products that they have. And do you have that, John? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be 30% off their tables, 20% off their machines, and 15% off everything else, which is like cutlery, bags. I think they have a sous vide thing. They got all kinds of stuff on there, and it's a killer deal.
It really is. It's a cool company. Yeah, and you know, it's for us. We
you get an additional discount. Don't forget to mention that, John.
Yep.
If you use the link that we post this weekend.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Listen, have you ever thought about vacuum sealing a bag of water, a beer, anything else? That's what you're able to do with this vacuum sealer. It's not your dad's vacuum sealer where you have to hear the, you know, it's the and then it hits a little liquid and then it just stops working and then you have a bunch of bubbles and stuff in your bag and you're like, well, that's not going to freeze that well, right? So this is a commercial style vacuum sealer. And what it does, it creates the perfect vacuum, right? It's a space. You know, there is no oxygen, there is nothing. And then it pops. And they not restaurants, but manufacturers have been using this type of sealing method for a while. It just hasn't been able to be afforded by a consumer. So that's right. And I know Aaron made a comment also. He's also got a code out there as well. So
yeah, his code is also SEALMYMEAT. So it's fine.
Shit, Aaron, damn, Aaron, I didn't realize that. No, listen, there's plenty out there, and it's not about getting paid or anything else. It's honestly, we don't rep a lot of products, and we do it purposely because well, one is we're not that popular. Two is that we want to use stuff that we like, and if we don't like it, we're not going to rep it. And it's not about just trying to make money or whatever else. Obviously, we can support the podcast. We do it. You know, John doesn't make enough money for us yet, and one day he will. And then, you know, keep flying, John. Keep flying. Keep soaring, buddy. But yeah, no, that's exactly right. You got to break it down. You got to break down the meats, the proteins. It's not even about just, and I'll even talk about just the vacuum sealer itself. It's not just about protein. Break down your fresh vegetables, vacuum seal them, put them in the freezer. It helps it maintain a lot longer, and you get fresh vegetables. You're able to start canning. Canning is such it's an easy way to preserve anything you're doing. And I saw this the other day. There was somebody canning. I'll think of this in a second. It was pretty unique, and I was like, I don't know if I would be eating that. You know, it was a canned. I'll think of this. It was super weird.
Sounds like this is turning into a prepper video. Like,
well, it's just how to save money, James.
The end of days are upon us.
Where do you think we're at?
Learn how to vacuum seal our meat and
also
make canned goods.
It's exactly where we're at, James. We don't have shit paper at home, James. We have problems. I'm just kidding. I've got plenty of toilet paper. I'm just kidding. No, you're exactly right.
Oh, hi, Amy. Amy's saying hi to me.
Okay, perfect. You highlighted that, Roll? Appreciate you. Hey, Amy, how's it going? Babe! Exclamation point. I love that. Look, Amy, buy some toilet paper. Get online. Hurry now. Stat. HEB's out.
All right. Let's like get back on track here.
Okay. Yeah, eggs. Yes, prepping and sealing eggs. Why would you not? You know, it's anything and everything you can think of, but this is what it's about, man. What's up, guys? Big E Barbecue in the house. What's up, Eric?
What up, Eric?
Hey, can I get a little?
Yeah, we're fixing to slide into the beer review here in a minute.
I get a freshie over here, James.
Yeah. So yeah, Aaron, I saw Aaron Leslie mentioned earlier. Turkey legs.
Yeah,
wings.
I have a hard time with
chicken
turkey
thighs
legs.
Are still pretty relatively inexpensive. and it's one of those deals that's they're very delicious.
Do you have a hard time with turkey legs? And like a lot of tendons and stuff in turkey legs. I just don't know what it is. I just have a hard time with turkey legs. Is that weird? Okay, thanks, John.
I love turkey legs.
Yeah, do you? Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of good options out. You can do, and if you're watching for them, you can get some killer deals, even on like pork ribs, baby back ribs. I pick them up all the time for like $5 a rack. Just throw a couple in your freezer. You have them when you need them. Pork loins the same way. You can get a killer deal, make a ton of meals out of them.
Yep. Pork loins.
Yeah, there was a bunch that kind of came up on my list when I was doing the search, but it was like a lot of the stuff was like, I mean, they're not cheap anymore. They're not inexpensive. Like beef cheeks. Beef cheeks was on the list as well.
Yeah.
Something that that used to not a whole lot of people really got into and didn't want to mess with the fuss of having to trim and clean up and then smoke, because it does take a while to have those things braise a little bit and cook. So but when they are cooked perfectly, man, they turn into just these like just delicious super tender shreds of beef that you can put in tacos. You can put in anything you really want to.
Yeah.
But now it's like kind of expensive. It's kind of expensive, and it's kind of a little bit of a labor intensive, which doesn't make sense to me. You're like, I'm doing a lot of the work. Why is it still expensive?
But that's not. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, having to whatever, but that's part of the process of it. But how much is beef cheeks right now?
It's not cheap.
No,
it's not.
It's not cheap for the amount that you get. Like you get like maybe a 2 baseball size.
So about what, 2 pounds?
2 cheeks,
2.5 pounds.
And then you got to trim maybe a pound or a half a pound off that with all the cartilage and the sinew,
silver skin.
Silver skin and the fat and stuff like that. So
yeah, I like Curtis just chimed in. He goes, "That's where we're at, James. That's where we're at."
Exactly.
He doesn't know where we're at. Sorry, Curtis. He doesn't know. He should know where we're at. This is the days we're ending. This is the day. This is the end of days are upon us. Hey, do you see? I saw this thing it was on the internet, and it doesn't make it true, but it was on the front page, and it was like, it said structures. It was like alien structures on Mars or something. Like, is that what are they saying? Did you see that?
I think we're too late into the podcast for you to bring that up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, end of days, John. It's relevant, okay? Yeah, I'm like and here, Raul, you're right. You're exactly right. All that is just an attention grabber to not look. Hey, don't look over here. Look here. So that's where we're at these days. That's weird. I don't know why I went on that tangent.
So,
what kind of beer we got?
Crack the beer.
What kind of beer we got?
So, yeah, we're going to slide into the beer review. And anybody, if you guys are still tuning in, I'd love to hear you drop your suggestions on cheap cuts of meat, beef or cheap cuts of meat that you can recommend. We really didn't get into how to cook some of this stuff because there are some types of methods that we can get into. We'll get into that in another episode.
Yeah, just cook it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
No, hey, yes.
We interrupt this program to bring you a news flash.
Michael Jackson's ghost seen at a Yankees game.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, now with a shrimp in every bite.
Lil Uzi Vert's head diamond has been sold on the dark web.
Stories like this and more can be found at the Ever Trending Story, a podcast where we peruse the news and write a fun fictional story for you.
Find us wherever you download podcasts and follow us on the socials at EverTrendingPod, and we are proud members of the Oddpods Media Network.
So what kind of beer do we have in front of us, James? Okay. Damn it. This is the Kokomo, what does that say? Royale. Tropical fruit smoothie sour ale with pink guava, pineapple, I don't know how to say that word, some kind of lime, Tahitian lime, cherry Madagascar vanilla, milk, sugar, and Jamaican pimento berry.
It's a lot.
Look, man, let's just be honest. That's
probably not going to like this, but
what?
Show the can.
What?
Jen.
What? Yeah. This little bad boy right here, man. This is, It's kind of a cool. It's a wrap. You know how I feel about the wraps, right? You're just you got cool artwork. You just took the affordable way out of it, you know. And I get it. This is who is this? Blue Owl Brewing. I don't know what their budget is for doing the artwork and whatever else. And you do what you got to do. Hopefully it's good, and then we could talk really, really good about it. John, do you have one of these in front of you, John? Yeah, perfect. John's got one. There it is. John's got one. There it is. Hey, let's get into this.
All right, so this one's coming in at 8.2% ABV.
Dude, that's what I'm
So it's
talking
got
about.
a little pop of alcohol for
That's
sure.
what I'm talking about. Is there anything about this? Did they say anything about it?
Nah, there's just all you get is artwork.
Where's Blue Owl Brewing out of? Does it say?
I don't know. Maybe somebody can look that up.
Okay. Blue Owl Brewing. Somebody look it up. John, get on the internets, the interwebs. Tell us what this little bad boy, where it's from. The Coke. I kind of like the artwork though. I'm not gonna lie. They've done a good job. Tropical fruit smoothie doesn't sound great for a beer, but we'll see.
Austin, Texas.
Great. Hey,
Weird.
Brewed in Texas. Hey, doesn't matter. It's brewed in Texas. I'll take it. Booyah. Cheers.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's definitely, what is that? The pineapple that's kind of throwing me off a little bit.
It's a ringing endorsement. I don't hate it.
I think
it's a
Jan
combination
likes
of the,
it.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of the Tahitian lime and the pineapple, just making it very tart.
It's delicious. That is an AM beer. That is a beer you drive to work with. You drop your kids off to
It's
school
definitely a
with.
breakfast beer.
That's
for
the
sure.
beer you walk into work and you like just. It's good. It's like a coffee stout or something. You just don't say anything. It's good. You just go straight to your office.
It's an energy drink.
This is exactly what you need in the morning on the way to do anything. You get up, you pour a little coffee, and you pull this little bad boy out, and you drink this on the way to work. This is phenomenal. Drink this. It's a great.
So it's a sour, is what it is, right? Sour.
It's a sour.
Okay.
You lost me, Greg. Greg, you're not drinking this, Greg. Greg, it's okay to drink and drive. Not get drunk and drive, okay? And if you're on the way to work, now don't crack it with the kids in the car. Let's not be that kind of person. But I would say
After you drop them off.
after you drop them off, hey, maybe you want a fruit smoothie on the way to work. You know, who am I? Who am I to judge you? Everybody goes by what's a smoothie place? Smoothie King.
Mhm.
We have a juice place right over here. It tastes just like almost like that, but a little bit better. I don't know. Is that a hazy IPA? Mike, it's not a hazy IPA. This is a tropical fruit smoothie sour ale. This is it's good. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is probably a good drink to start one off at. It's 8%. Take his beer away. Aaron, don't take it away. Yeah, I could see this being a starter, right? Just drinking one of these and then moving on to something different. I could not drink more than one. Out of school zone. That's right, Greg. Out of the school zone, then light it up. I'll light it up, baby. No, I'm just saying that this is a drink that I think that you could have one, two, maybe tough for me. The 8 was 8 point what? What was that?
8.2.
8.2. That may be my score.
Yeah, it's given me like a little bit of a beer mosa vibe to it. I guess it's because of the ale and some of the fruit juices or whatever. And I learned this today. I've been drinking like a Blue Moon with a splash of orange juice, like a beer mosa, every once in a while on the weekend. And I learned today that is pretty much a brass monkey. I did not know that.
What?
Did you know that, John?
A beer mosa is a brass monkey. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Correct.
Brass monkey.
No idea.
Funky.
Usually
chunky.
it's an old E or a 40 ounce to
Well, it's not a Blue Moon, James.
You don't use Blue Moon, but it's like a 40 ounce of old E or some type of just cheap ass
Malt beer.
40 ounce style. You drink like the head portion of it off until you get down to the label, and then you fill the rest up with orange juice, and that's what that's what they referred to as brass monkey. Did not know that.
No, I didn't actually know that either. But it's not a Blue Moon. Blue Moon is an orange beer that you put orange juice in.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Like I feel like I'm having a I feel like I'm having one of those already. And I was somewhere and I at your house, right? And we added the Blue Moon. We added a little bit of, like, you know, not even a shot of OJ, just very little at the bottom of the cup. It does add a little extra to it, but and they're delicious. I'm not saying they're not. They really are. It is a beer mosa. But I agree with you. You got to go something that's going to be like the oldie, or something that's going to be a little more just like harsh, right? And when you add the OJs, that's what helps it pop through.
Can we do a Brass Monkey beer review?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course we can. We do whatever we want, John.
Next week, let's go.
All right, perfect. Hey, while you guys are tasting that and doing the whole beer aficionado review, whatnot, can we roll into the barbecue win for this week? Play that little video clip we have, because I think you guys might have a couple words to say about it. It's a little bit different than our normal barbecue win, barbecue fail. This is our buddy Stephen Moller, and he.
Hold on, John. What was his name? What was his name?
Stephen Moller.
Moller.
Yeah, Stephen.
Oh, Steve Moller. Okay.
I don't remember where. I think he might be from Oklahoma. I don't know where he's from. But he happened to be in Texas. This was going to be his first time getting to try Whataburger. And I was like, hey, we want to hear exactly what you think. So he sent over a video review, his first time trying Whataburger.
Jesus. Okay. This is not going to be good.
We're going to roll it.
I've been in Texas for, day and a half, 2 days. First time ever having Whataburger. Everybody's like, yo, it's just a regular burger place. It's regular fast. No, it's not. It's not. It's better. It's better than Wendy's. It's better than McDonald's. Culver's, it cuts close. It was fantastic. I loved it. Bro, they brought my food out, and then the dude was like, here's a condiment tray. I'm like, the only thing missing from this place is if they sold beer. If they sold beer and have Whataburger like 24 hours, which these are, this would be the spot. There'd be nowhere, no one would be touching them. No one would be touching them. Imagine cracking like 9 beers and get one of these burgers. Oh, man. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. See,
yeah.
We've been telling
I don't think
you.
You have to imagine that. I'm pretty sure these guys have definitely cracked 9 beers and had a Whataburger.
Oh, dude, 100%. We've done it in a parking lot.
It's a Texas rite of passage right there.
Yeah. We used to. I would eat a Whataburger in the back of somebody's truck in a Whataburger parking lot, drinking beer underage. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of shit we would do sometimes. You know, there's some places gone a little downhill. I think you got to go to the right spot sometimes. Some places it's just about what it is, like who's working there, what the management looks like, and whatever else. But you're right, man. And he said Culver's. I've been to a Culver's. I thought it was a good burger. It's just not, in my opinion, it's not the same. It was a good burger, and Culver's had the cheese curds. They were good. Like, it wasn't anything to write home about. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Culver's thing. I've got to eat one more. I got to go to another one. Mm-hmm. We have one close to us, by the way. It's in North Houston. Yeah, it's in North Houston.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go. It's not bad at all. Culver's is not bad, but you're right. Whataburger just has a different feel to it. And yeah, that's badass. That is badass, man. Cheers to that.
Hey, so C's Backyard Barbecue came in and they said, "What's up?" And what a burger.
Yeah.
In NC, I believe there's a lawsuit now. they've been around for years. So I guess a bootleg.
Yeah. So it is. So yeah, there probably is a lawsuit.
I think I read something about this. Like they allowed this chain to keep its name, as long as they didn't do something. I don't remember what it was. So there was kind of an agreement that they could keep it, because I guess they have been around a long time. And it's a burger. It's not Whataburger.
No, wait. Like, that's what we are. You know, it's Whataburger, right?
Yeah, but I think they have -a burger.
Yeah, so Whataburger here, and you hear it in Texas, and you're like, hey, let's go to Whataburger. It's always Waterburger, right? Everybody says that, but it's the name is Whataburger. But it's all one name. Nothing's hyphenated. It's just one name or whatever else.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's odd, man. I cannot. Missouri has a knockoff also. I was in Oklahoma and I had a Watson burger one time, and it had the same orange, right? I don't know, man. Like you look this,
It's like a
dude.
It's like a McDowell's
It's
burger.
like a McDowell's. You can have you seen Coming to America, right? Yeah, it is a McDowell's. They have the Big Mac. We got the Big Smack.
Hey, I saw it the other day, and he was like, "Hey, there's someone here for you," and he goes, "Is it McDonald's?"
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's all worried. Yeah. Hey, so that guy, who was the guy? The guy that owned that restaurant.
Oh, it doesn't.
He just passed away. No, in the movie.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
different
yeah,
guy.
Yeah,
Different
yeah.
guy.
Is it a different guy?
Yeah, you're thinking of the dad on from Good Times.
Yeah.
That's the guy who played in your James Earl Jones is one that passed away. Just
No, that guy did too.
Oh, did
he just died.
He just passed.
Oh,
like
shit,
I
man.
think it was yesterday. Actually,
Good Lord, man, there's so many deaths here in like the last couple of days. Like Pete Rose died.
Pete Rose,
Chris Christopherson. I mean,
damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I saw him today. The other guy that I can't remember his name. It's what is it?
I can't remember his name.
I know his name.
Hey, so
John Amos. John Amos. That was his name.
It?
Yeah. He passed away. So R.I.P. Man. That's he was a good actor. Yeah. How do you like In and Out, Mike? Let's stop right there. Nobody likes In and Out, but
everybody likes it.
It also, if you like their fries, there's something wrong with you. Their fries suck. They're disgusting. Nobody likes In-N-Out fries. If you prove me wrong,
Let me ask you this: like, say we do run into some shortages, and there is a particular shortage with In-N-Out, an ingredient or something that you take away from them.
Yeah,
are they done? Are they toast?
What?
Like, you take away the sauce?
No.
Are they done?
No, James, they're done because they're horrible people and they don't know how to make a burger or a French fry. Hey, first of all, they're frying all their French fries. They're in what are they fried in? Avocado? Oh no, it's not. What is it in? It's in a different oil, for sunflower oil maybe, or something like that.
Avocado, I believe.
Yeah, avocado oil, right?
I believe it.
Which I like avocado oil. We use it a lot at the house. However, I will just tell you, their French fries suck. Okay, they're horrible. 2, I asked for chili cheese fries. Okay, I say, do y'all have chili cheese fries? Yes, we do. Because I've never been there before. I go in and I get my tray and I look at it and I say, chili cheese fries. They have little yellow chilies and they have a blanket of cheese on top that melted, that became solid on the whole fries. It was like eating a brick. I could have picked the whole thing up and ate it like a sandwich. They were just disgusting.
So many disgustings.
Disgusting. Thank you. Greg Johnson, Frank American Pickers. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Frank from American Pickers passed away also.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he passed away too. I don't know if you guys ever watched that show.
What did he die from?
I don't know, man. He was young. He was in his 50s, I think. Or maybe, 50s. 52, I want to say.
Damn, I got to live a better life, man. I'm not going to live that long. Shit. People are passing. Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to give it a little score?
Let's give a score. Let's give a score to our Kokomo Royale. I tropical fruit smoothie, sour ale. Again, it's with pink guava, pineapple, Tahitian lime, cherry, Madagascar, vanilla, milk, sugar, and Jamaican pimento berry. That's a mouthful. Just say it. What's your score, James?
I'm gonna go solid 7.5. Then that's it. No context or anything like that. No, I'm just kidding. It's a drinkable jam. I think he just killed his. It's a drinkable beer. Doesn't taste like a beer. It tastes like just a fruit smoothie type, whatever. I love it. Definitely 7.5. Good with that.
Jesus, dude. This is way better than 7.5. This is a.
You trying to refill
it's an
it?
8.0. It's an 8.0 alcohol by volume. I'm giving it 8.5. It's an 8.5 alcoholic drink. You could give this to anybody. If you gave this to your kid, they would even know it's alcohol. That's what I'm saying. Right?
Capri Sun.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm saying. Don't give it to your kid. I'm not condoning that.
Cooler Jammers.
I'm exactly what that is, Chase. But I'm just saying, this is super tasty. I recommend everybody going out and buying one of these, bring it at home. Have one. Have 2.
I think y'all hurt Mike's feelings.
Oh, no. We love Mike. Mike's our boy.
He was
Mike
fries, and then he said they're all natural.
Nope.
Yeah.
I know what a natural fry looks like. It's a regular fry. Best chili cheese fries. Wiener Schnitzel. Dude, Eric, I've had them. They're amazing. We have one in North Houston. Yeah.
Hey, so Frank passed away of cancer at 60. My apologies. I was
Okay.
wrong. Yep.
Yeah. Damn. R.I.P. man. We have Canes out here in Northern California. Yeah, we have them all over here too, Mike. And they had the crinkle cut fries, I think, and the cane sauce. Chicken's okay.
Yeah.
Chicken's good.
You're all right.
My kids can't get enough of that.
Same.
If you're into that kind of stuff, fried chicken is great. I'm getting played out for me. I'm getting over it. I'm at a point now. Maybe I want a burger now. I went through a whole chicken. I'm still in the chicken wing thing a little bit, but I went through a whole fried chicken thing. I guess for about a month, and the doctor was like, "Your triglycerides are through the roof. You can't do this. You can't eat this kind of way, fried chicken every single day." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, sounds good." So I've had to adapt and move on from that. So I allow myself to have it 3 or 4 days a week versus 7. And yeah, I'm feeling better from it. So there it is.
And that's it. John, that concludes the Grabbing the Brisket beer review.
You can't hear us.
Sorry, I'm losing you a little bit.
Easy. Okay.
You know what the problem is, John? You're in a hotel, and a lot of people are getting back in right now. And
I hear a lot of sirens.
they're
Exactly.
starting
A lot
to
of
dial up the Wi-Fi. You know what I
they
mean?
have you staying right next to the airport, John?
Not too far. Is this the part where I say peace?
Yeah, it may be. It may be, John. So here's the deal. John's in a hotel, and for all you don't know, they've got this really good wireless internet inside hotels and whatever else. But what happens when they have 150 guests come in, and they start dialing up their internet, and then you've got a lot of stuff being streamed late at night. Maybe some some napkins beside your bed or whatever. It's starting to bog down the old internet. You know what I mean? And so if you could, John, just go down to the front desk, maybe make a personal call, say, put it out there to be like, hey, we're gonna shut down the internet for a little bit. We need to finish this podcast. Who is this right here? What is this, James?
Hey, this is just a random picture that just showed up right now that somebody posted and was like, "This is happening again."
Jesus, dude.
You don't need that much toilet paper.
Jesus, dude. Come on, man. Come on.
God bless these people.
Yeah, we gotta get out of this, man.
Yeah,
This
we
is
gotta go buy our own toilet
Who's
paper.
that? Shane right here. Thanks, guys. I had to go get more beer. Hey, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Shane. Appreciate the follow. If you get a chance, check out the website, GRABTHEBRISKET.com. Check out our Instagram, our TikTok. We're always putting out a different video or something unique. We're trying to be a little bit different sometimes. Sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're with the grain. Sometimes we're against the grain. Nothing wrong with that. So, but yeah, just help us out, support us, like and follow. And if you got anything out there for us, you want us to move a different direction, you want us try something different or whatever it is, let us know, man. We're always willing to pivot and move. So.
And we didn't get to, but the gentleman that submitted his barbecue win fail,
yep,
he does win a bottle of Sucklebusters for participating in this barbecue win fail segment that we have, and we'd love to have you participate as well. So if you have a barbecue win fail, just drop us an email, send us a video, call the hotline, let us know if you want to be on. Recorded video or just a message. We'd love to have you participate, but you do win a bottle of Sucklebusters.
That's right, James. Sucklebusters. Everybody wants some Sucklebusters.
Look, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not opposed to bringing your own seasonings to restaurants and seasoning up your stuff because they under season a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
like little minis in your
yeah.
You just bring a bag like I'm gonna.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, feel free to peruse the Sucklebusters website.
Yep.
Find that seasoning that you think you would like and go for it. We really do appreciate you guys tuning in. with us each and every week. We wish you the best. And hey, like you said, there's a lot of people right now that are struggling and hurting through the impact of the hurricane, through the impact of the port workers going on strike. I know a lot of people's families and everybody's kind of impacted over that as well. Man, just thoughts and prayers goes out to everybody. We appreciate you guys, and thanks for tuning in. And as always, it's been great talking barbecue with you.
Let's go, man. We appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Oh, okay. Favorite looky? No, you're fine. We can ribs, rods, cook off. It has served me well. Thank you, Eric. I love seeing that right there, man. That is awesome. Thank you, Eric. Yep. Thank you, guys. Cheers.
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the NBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely, and cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, Sucklebusters, and Dalstrong Knives for their contributions.
And you know Yeti always has our back, and CoolieNation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks that Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.